Hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on Get Informed on Informed Delivery. This is actually a webinar as was a follow-up to a presentation that Christine Erna made for the Girls Who Print Fierce Fabulous Fridays, which takes place every Friday. And you can learn about that at girlswhoprint.net. There was such an overwhelming interest in becoming what I'm referring to as a digital marketer light as a print shop using informed delivery, that the opportunity, presenting the opportunity was the first step, and this would be the second step, how to take advantage of it. On top of that is the advantage of adding on technology that can take you from light to intermediate to expert, and also provide a whole new set of results for customers who could be advertising agencies and brands, or who could be a landscaper in your neighborhood. When it comes to the mail, this is the biggest opportunity that the print industry has at this current moment in time. Beyond the safety graphics and the PPE and everything else that people are printing, the one thing that is still going, although not in the volumes that it was, and probably won't be coming from brands for a while, but the mail is still going. There's still an opportunity. And what I call it is data for decisions. Whether they're big companies or small companies, everybody's going to need some sort of data for there to be a valid reason that they're going to take money out of their bank account and spend it on any form of marketing until this has righted itself in some way, which probably won't be for a long time. So thank you so much for joining us. We are honored. I'm honored to have Christine Erna from Strategic Postal Advisors and Erica Switzer from Direct Mail 2.0. And you've got your wish, ladies. We've got 107 people so far logged in. And I'm going to mute myself now and turn it over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Deb, and good afternoon, everyone. And just thrilled for 107 people here, and hoping others will join. As Deb said, we have created this webinar this afternoon as a result of the presentation I did back in early May, and was honored from Deb to do that and do this one today. And just, again, the remarkable Erica Switzer. We've put some action-packed information here together for you. So it is on getting informed on informed delivery. And we're going to get right into it here. And this is me. We have a lot of detailed information that you can reference this. If anyone wants a copy of our presentation, please feel free to reach out to myself or Erica, and we'll provide this to you. So here is our agenda for today. We're going to talk about how informed delivery works, the actual nuts and bolts of it, successful actions when launching your direct mail campaign with informed delivery, and leveraging informed delivery for increased campaign engagement. And that's what Deb was referring to as becoming a digital marketer light, and the ability to do that for your clients and help them during this time of recovery. And I want to pause for just a second. Deb hosted a recovery webinar a couple of weeks ago. And I just have to say it was extraordinary. And if anyone hasn't had an opportunity to listen to that, the message was loud and clear, and her leadership to this industry in the message of helping your customers and not selling is such a critical role right now. And this informed delivery opportunity is sitting right in your laps to go and help your customers. Number one, save money. Number two, reach their clients in multi-channel, which has been, something that the industry has been preaching for a long time. Postage promotions for informed delivery. We'll be going over the details, how you can participate not only in your informed delivery campaigns, but the Postal Service is actually offering a promotion. When you register for the promotion, you will get a 2% discount on your mail at the time you mail it. And who doesn't love to save money? This is a great opportunity. And then Erica will be going into do-it-yourself versus outsourcing and the pros and cons. For everyone attending, if you don't know Direct Mail 2.0, they are a phenomenal company with a platform that is second to none in providing the ease of use of direct mail campaigns, managing those campaigns, all the data and statistics, as well as including informed delivery and informed visibility. And Erica will be going into that. And their company is 12 or 13%, Erica. In the number of informed delivery campaigns in the country, their company is the one leading the charge in facilitating these. So moving on here, what is informed delivery? For those of you that may receive an informed delivery message in your mailbox as a postal customer, and this is for consumers only to receive that message in your inbox. It is not available for business mailers to receive the informed delivery email message as of yet. They are in the process of piloting and testing that for the future, so stay tuned for that. But it allows the opportunity for a business mailer to replace a grayscaled image with a color image as part of the campaign. And one of those images has to have a clickable URL to take the recipient of that mail piece to an online engagement with a call to action. And we'll be getting into more details about that. But it allows to replace that grayscale with color. And here's an example of merging physical and digital channels. And this is what Deb was talking about, being digital light. The Postal Service provides the platform for you to be able to create your campaign and upload the color image that would replace that grayscale image. So when the recipient receives their email, they'll see your color image. So key elements of informed delivery, and you can see the example on the left shows just the grayscale. On the right, where it's color, that shows you that it's an interactive campaign. And that's the piece of the equation that makes it digital by taking them to a URL to engage with your company for whatever you're offering or selling. And it is one-stop shop for information on interactive campaigns, the Business Mailer's website. And how it works for the consumer. If you currently have not signed up to be an informed delivery customer, you can do so on the Postal Service's website. Very easy to do. You first need to check that your address is within their range of delivering that information. And then you would sign up to receive a daily email of what's going to be in your mailbox that day. And the majority of the time, most letter size mail is scanned and presented. A portion of flat size mail is, but not all flat size mail. And obviously any type of saturation mail would not be visible either. So this is an example of images that came into my own personal mailbox. There was a color image representation of the mail piece, and it had a highlighted button that says click to learn more. So the true green color image is referred to as a representative image. And then you can kind of see the grayscale image of that mail piece. When you actually click the URL, it takes me to their website and it's offering me 50% off on my first application. And that is a very strong call to action that would enable the user to see that that offer is going to be in their mailbox, but also take action right there in a digital transaction to be able to call that company and take action, which is just phenomenal. Here is another mail piece that came into my mailbox. This actually is from Jeep. The mail piece image in color was posted as well as a representative image. And it also had the click learn more. And it took me to a web page that's offering me 0% financing plus no monthly payment for 90 days. Again, a great call to action with an offer. And this is what the Postal Service will be looking for in your marketing campaigns to ensure that it meets the requirements for the campaign. And the campaign itself allows you to plan your campaign, prepare your mailing, provide mailing details, obviously induct your mailing, and then more importantly, within the Informed Delivery Mailers campaign portal, you can now analyze the data associated with your mailing to see how many click through from the email that you replaced the color image with, and start tracking your campaign results. There's an extraordinary amount of information available on the Informed Delivery campaign itself, the portal, I should say, as well as how to plan your campaign to include informed delivery. And I want to call out here that there's an actual user's guide available that everyone should have and available in reference. And once you do several of them, obviously, the more you do of them, the better you're going to get at them. But for the print and marketing service providers out there now, this is an opportunity for you to designate some team members to become familiar with utilizing this portal so that you can offer that help and guidance to your customers and facilitate these for them. If you need a copy of any of these PDFs, you can contact me and or Erica. So in order to get to the Informed Delivery campaign portal, you need to access that through the Business Customer Gateway, and you have to have your credentials all ready to be able to get there. If anyone does not have Business Customer Gateway credentials, that information, how to sign up, is right on the website. And feel free to reach out to me if you need any support doing that. Once you're into the Business Customer Gateway, you want to select other services under the main menu. And then you want to select the Informed Delivery Mailer Campaign portal. And this is going to bring you right into the portal where you're going to be able to start to create your campaign. It has an interactive video that you can watch that enables you to see all the different steps that you're going to have to go through. This is an option to upload your mailing file for pre-campaign analysis. And it has the ability to upload. You have to make sure that your file formats meet the requirements. Otherwise, it won't let you run that campaign analysis. Then you have to have your mail piece ready to upload. I created a sample mail piece for a mailing. So this is my postcard that I created. And I wanted to call out that this is an offer that I'm sending out. Pretend this is not a real campaign for me, but let's pretend it is a real campaign. And everyone on this webinar today is entitled to this offer of a 45-minute consultation with me if you would like. Bonus to everyone. And here's the information of how to sign up and get that free or complimentary consultation session if you'd like it. So now that you have your mail piece ready, this is where you're building your campaign description, your company name, your campaign title, your campaign code, the dates of your campaign, what your mailer ID is, what your serial numbers are, the shape of your mail piece. And then this is where you actually upload your media. This is where you can upload your actual ride-along image, which is a representation of the actual mail piece, or a representative image. I happen to upload the same one, but maybe it's just, you know, my background logo. So either or is fine. So now once it's uploaded, you can actually send a test message to yourself of what the informed delivery campaign will look like going into your recipients' inboxes. So here's my mail piece. Here's my hot link that's going to take them to my website to be able to learn more information about my free offer. Now, once you submit that, you're ready to submit your campaign, and you've followed all the steps. Once you agree to the terms and conditions, you submit your campaign. And once the campaign starts delivering, on the dashboard, you will have access to density and email statistics, the open rates, and the click-through rates. And this will be an interesting analysis for you to do with your click-through rates versus purchasing and you know, who actually bought from the campaign, which is obviously why you're doing this. There's another great feature within the Informed Delivery portal that allows you to see the increase in your overall campaign by reaching more with more response, more attention, and more conversions by matching and marrying informed delivery campaign with your physical mail piece. The statistics are there. Erica is going to actually share some extraordinary numbers that just came hot off the press from the Chief Marketing Officer at the Postal Service about the success of informed delivery campaigns.
Christine, we have a question.
Sure.
How does the informed delivery campaign determine the sequence of mailings if multiple mailers are delivering to the same consumers?
It is randomly posted in the email in your inbox based upon the machine sorting the mail. There is no preferential treatment of sequence of mail pieces in the informed delivery message.
Okay. And for the people chatting in the chat box, Erica, take a look at those questions. I think they might be more in your wheelhouse, but if not, could you ask the questions that you think Christine could answer?
I am going to be going over all of those.
Okay,
So
that's what I thought. So,
sit tight. Yes,
yeah.
sit tight on those, guys. We are going to be addressing those in the second half of the presentation. Great questions, and I will refer back to them to make sure that we address.
Thanks so much. We're muting again, Christine. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right, now we're going to talk about the informed delivery promotion offered by the Postal Service. As many of you heard from my session I did in May, there are actually 6 promotions available by the Postal Service this year in 2020. One of them is actually already gone by, which was the Earned Value Reply Mail. But we're going to talk about the details for the informed delivery promotion. So the promotion description is the registration period starts July 15th, which, scary enough, is not that far away, and it runs through November 30th of 2020. The promotion period actually starts September 1st. So that's when your actual 2% discount will start taking effect when you present mailings that include an informed delivery campaign. And for every campaign that you mail between September 1st and November 30th, you will receive a 2% discount at the time you mail on your mailings, which is just a phenomenal opportunity. Eligible mail, first class mail with automation letters, cards, and flats, USPS marketing mail, automation letters, flats, nonprofit marketing mail, automation letters, and flats. And here is the list of all of the ineligible mail. So take that away for what not to do with informed delivery.
Actually, we have another question that has been directed to you specifically. If informed delivery is set prior to mailing and mailing dates are delayed, do we, and I'm not sure who, I'm assuming we as a print shop, have to go back and change dates of campaign?
Yes.
Okay, well, that was the best answer. Yep, you do.
You do, absolutely.
Enjoy yourself.
And,
Sorry.
and things happen in a campaign. We all know that. We've all been there.
One more question. Can this be used with political mail?
Good question. I don't know that off the top of my head, and if any attendee on the call knows
do.
that.
Erica said yes.
I do. Yes, absolutely. It
Excellent.
absolutely can be used in conjunction with political mail. Here's the caveat, and I'm sure Christina's going to go into this a little bit later with timelines. Political mail is always a rush, right? So you have to be prepared ahead of time with your physical assets as well as your processed mailing list with the IMBs and the serial numbers, because those serial numbers, those ranges, is what's going to indicate to the post office the informed delivery. So that needs to be in by noon the day before the mailing goes to the BMEU. So if you don't have that time frame with your political mail, then no, informed delivery is not going to be available. But if you have that time frame, then absolutely you can attach it to political.
Excellent. Thank you for that. And that's a very
Sorry,
good
Christine,
point.
go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, no worries.
We're getting a lot of questions about this, but let's keep moving, and then we'll go through all the questions at the end.
Thank you. All right. Another PDF, which is the mailer campaign portal user's guide specifically for the informed delivery promotion. So to participate in the promotion, there are specific requirements that are outlined in this document. I think it's about 24 pages long, but make sure that you're familiar with it and that you're following those requirements, because you don't want to go through all of the effort and register, which is another important point. You do have to register for the promotion through the business customer gateway in that same area that I showed you how to access the informed delivery portal. There is another menu item there for the promotions. And you do have to register, and you do have to submit pre-campaign samples to the Postal Service. And some clarifying language, oops, sorry, I went too fast here. Clarifying language in the requirements for this year for authorization for ride-along images. I'm not going to read this to you, and Deb is offering Erica and I to offer this entire presentation to you guys and reach out to us, or this information is available on the Postal Service's website, Postal Pro. But there are very specific requirements that they are going to be looking for in the call to action that's on your mail piece with a ride-along image. I showed you two examples that came to my box that brought me to the website that had very strong call to actions that you could not miss. And it's very specific what the call to action is. And this is what the Postal Service will be monitoring and evaluating when you send in your samples for approval for the promotion. And if you don't have that strong call to action, you will not get approved. And Erica will talk about that also, because they've experienced many disapprovals. And then there's also the same requirements with the authorized representative image. Deadline for submitting that campaign is what Erica was just talking about. It moved from noon to 6 p.m., sorry. Erica mentioned noontime, but now it is 6 p.m. Eastern time for the day before when you're submitting your representative image as well as that information. So again, Erica is going to answer those questions, but that's the information on the informed delivery promotion. Again, the promotion starts September 1st, runs through November 30th, and you can start registering for that starting July 15th.
Christine, what mailings are not included in the 2% promotional discount? What type?
Ineligible, non-automation mailings, saturation mailings, destination delivery unit flats, carrier route 5-digit pallet flats, every door direct mail because there's no address on the mail piece, similar to detached address labels, and business to business or business to institution and campus mailings, as well as package campaigns, are not eligible. And I hope that answered that question, Deb.
It should. That was very comprehensive. Thank you. I believe everything else was for Erica.
That is
at the
correct.
moment.
So we're turning this over to Erica, and thank you, Erica.
And thank you, Christine.
Pleasure. I'm going to stop sharing and let's Erica start sharing. We can't hear you, Erica.
I unmuted on the computer, but not on my phone. Sorry about that. Thank you, Christine, so much for that in-depth information on informed delivery and how to do it and how to set up in the portal. I am going to be going through informed delivery, the statistics, and the successful actions. So now that we know how to do it ourselves and the USPS requirements, let's go through how to do this successfully and implement it successfully for yourself and your customers. So, well, just an introduction. If you don't know me, my name is Erica Switzer. I'm the Vice President of Direct Mail 2.0. And you should listen to me about informed delivery because, as Christine and Deb both mentioned, Direct Mail 2.0 has launched over 12% of all informed delivery campaigns nationwide. So we are the #1 provider of informed delivery through our dashboard. So there's a little tidbit about me and why you should listen to me. So first of all, every single one of you can become a digital marketer today without actually outsourcing or licensing an integration product like Direct Mail 2.0 or others that are out there. You can do this yourself, as Christine just walked you through. You can offer your clients informed delivery, or you can outsource it. But the point is, you should be doing this for every single one of your clients. Informed delivery should be attached to all eligible mail that is mailing through your facility, period, because it is that valuable. And we've been hearing integrate for about 3 to 4 years right now. It's been the main buzz at most trade shows, conferences, Zoom meetings. Everybody is talking about it. You need to integrate. You need to offer your clients more. You need to be doing more. But when we hear that, when we hear omni-channel marketing or multi-channel marketing, or we need to integrate our clients' marketing, what does that mean? There are so many different options that are out there, and you can choose whichever ones are fitting to you and your client base. But because every single one of us on this call is a printer or in the print and mail industry, informed delivery is where you should at least start. And if you haven't started, then you are behind the proverbial 8 ball. Informed delivery fits in with the omni-channel marketing approach, which of course is something that we have been talking about, again, for years. You need to be integrating direct mail with an omni-channel marketing approach, additional impressions to the custom audience that you are mailing to, repeating the same message to the same people for a higher response and a higher conversion. If you are not doing something like Direct Mail 2.0, where you are integrating social media and Google online ads, then at the very least, you must be doing informed delivery, because as you can see, you send out a direct mail piece and then you have your informed delivery go out and it's reiterating the message on a digital level to the same recipients that are getting the direct mail piece. Those added impressions are going to create action. And action is what your clients are looking for. Not to mention, all of this is trackable and reportable, which is something that is lacking on the direct mail side as far as number of opens, who's actually looking at their mail. You can prove that with informed delivery, and we'll go over those statistics in a minute. So first, I want to give you the current numbers. These are the most up-to-date numbers. These were released by the Post Office as of June 5th. The number of registered users for informed delivery is 26.89 million registered users, okay? And that is between receiving emails or logging into the app and viewing their informed delivery on their app. Okay. The very interesting thing to me is, and I want to talk real time with you guys, because pre-COVID obviously is important for statistics, but we all care about what's happening right now. What is happening during this pandemic and right now as we come into the reopening phases across the country. So the weekly signups pre-COVID for informed delivery was about 200,000. Okay, new signups for informed delivery. During COVID and as of recently, so this is over the past 10 weeks, the weekly user registrations for informed delivery have skyrocketed to 348,000 per week. That is a huge increase during this time. So that is extremely motivational because this is picking up and people are starting to get it and get more traction. So again, these statistics are as of June 5th, so 53,250 campaigns have been completed, and they represent 6,718 brands, and the average open rate for informed delivery is 67.9%. Which is huge. And I'll get into the difference between that and regular email as we go through the presentation. And again, to reiterate, this is consumers only. This is not businesses. So if you're mailing B2B, informed delivery is not yet available. And now I want to talk about your reach, your potential reach for informed delivery. Geographical saturation is at 16.1%. National saturation of eligible deliveries. That's nationwide and again stats as of June 5th. So when you're uploading your mailing list for informed delivery, approximately 16% of your list is going to have people that are registered for informed delivery. Now, in some areas, it's going to be more. In some areas, it's going to be less. If we go to this next slide, you guys can see the saturation by area or by region, okay? So if you're in the capital metro region, it's 18.47%. And of course, the Pacific region is just skyrocketing right now at 20.22%. So again, it's going to vary based on where you're mailing to, but the saturation is growing and it's growing exponentially. So now let's get into the interactive campaigns and what these mean, okay? So you can do just a ride-along image. The grayscale image of your mail piece will be accompanied by a full-color ride-along image. And those ride-along images have successful actions and things that you want to try to avoid. First, you want to make sure that the organization's logo is clear on that ride-along image. We're only talking about a 200 by a 300 ad size, okay? So you don't want to clutter this with a lot of text. You want to make sure that the message is extremely clear and exactly what you want them to do. That call to action is compelling. Shop this sale, 30% off. And then again, the URL to act now. And as Christine mentioned in her presentation, that URL that you put in there should direct people to a page within the website that continues the communication. Okay, it should actually reiterate what the offer is and give them a chance to act on that offer right there on that page. Okay, you also want the look of the message to be in sync or cyclical with your direct mail piece that your client is sending out. You don't want to say something on the direct mail piece and then turn around and say something different on the full color ride along image. You also want to try to avoid just plain text, okay? That's not going to be effective. You want to avoid just using the company's logo. If you just put the logo, there's no reason for people to click. Same thing with image only. Image only doesn't really indicate what you want them to do or why they should act now. So you want to make sure that you keep these successful actions in with the ride along image accompanying the grayscale image of the mail piece.
Erica?
Now you can use, yes.
I'm not sure if this fits in now or you can answer it later, but there's a question about
Okay.
maybe going into a little more detail about do it yourself or finding some help if there is why one versus the other than, of course, one you're doing yourself and the other one you're working with a partner. But do you want to get into that later?
Yeah, I am going to get into that. So just hold that thought because there are pros and cons to both for sure. Okay, good. So representative image. You can use a representative image, which means that you replace that grayscale image of the mail piece with a full color image. And this is going to give you 500 by 780. So that image is rather large, okay? When appropriate to use a representative image, when you are mailing a flat piece, because the scanned grayscale image of that mail piece is not available, okay? So when you mail a flat, and you're not doing an interactive campaign, instead of an image of the mail piece, what it says is you have mail arriving soon. But it doesn't show any picture to the informed delivery consumer. It just says that line, okay? So you use a representative image when you are mailing a flat. Now also, when replacing the mail piece with a representative image, you should use the actual mail piece that you are sending, just a full color version of it. And I say that because we have found that with representative images, it goes against what informed delivery consumers are expecting. You have to understand that market mail is not the only mail that they see in their informed delivery. They see each piece of mail that is coming to their mailbox that day for the most part, okay? So consumers are expecting to see grayscale images of their mail piece. That's what they've been logging into, that's what they've been seeing, and most consumers that have been signed up with informed delivery for years have logged in and seen this time and time again. When you use a representative image, what happens is, no matter where your mail piece is delivered in that stack of mail, using a representative image is going to move the mail piece to the top of the email or the top of the alert in the app. And as you can see, it looks like an ad. It doesn't look like a mail piece. So it goes against what the consumer is expecting and what they're looking for when they look in their informed delivery. They're looking for their mail pieces. So if you are going to use a representative image on a non-flat mailer, my advice to you is to use a full color image of what you are sending in the mail. If it's an envelope and there's color on the outside of the envelope, use that envelope with the address on the address side so it looks like their piece of mail and it aligns with what the consumer is looking for. Now, here at Direct Mail 2.0, we discourage representative images across the board, and I'll share some statistics that back up why we do that, okay? But for our partners and their clients, what we do is the basic campaign, which is just the full color ride-along image in conjunction with the grayscale mail piece. I think this is the best course of action because you are giving the consumer what they're looking for, which is that grayscale image, but also that ride-along ad is full color. So your eye is drawn to it and therefore is drawn to the URL that you're going to click through. So you're giving them the best of both worlds, the full color pop of the ride-along image with that grayscale mail piece. Now, these are the statistics that kind of back up what Direct Mail 2.0 has found with basic campaigns versus representative image campaigns. And you can see these two campaigns side by side. They're for the same mail piece, but as you can see on this one, it's showing the physical mail piece to the consumer, and on this one, it's showing an ad. It looks like an ad, and people most likely are just going to swipe or scroll right past it to get to see what their mail is. So And again, these are direct mail 2.0 campaign statistics, not post office statistics. Ride along only image gets an average click-through rate of 7 to 8%. Representative and ride along image gets an average of a 4% click-through rate. So informed delivery as a whole, and this is the USPS statistics, gets click-through rates on average between 4 to 11%. Okay, but when the USPS gives their click-through statistics, they don't separate basic interactive campaigns versus representative interactive campaigns. So that's why I'm telling you these statistics are coming to you from Direct Mail 2.0 extracted out of the campaigns that we've run. But this is the USPS statistic, the 4 through 11% click-through rate.
Erica?
Yes.
Can people get multiple color images in their emails, or do they work it out so they split them up? And what determines the order that they're presented in the email?
Okay, so can they get, there are two different questions. Can they get several full color, like several mailers that have interactive campaigns in the same email?
Yes,
Is
that's
that
the
the
first question. Yes.
Okay, yes, they absolutely can, yes.
The second question is, what determines the order in that email of the mail, of the images?
Right. So the only thing that gets switched around with interactive campaigns is if it's an interactive campaign, it will be moved to the top of the email. If you have multiple interactive campaigns, the order is going to be based on the serial numbers and the way that it was inputted into the campaign portal through the USPS. So there's not really a lot of rhyme or reason to it, except for the serial ranges that are incorporated into those IMB barcodes. So basically, if somebody beats you to the punch with their interactive campaign and their serial numbers are first, they're going to end up being first. But if you're in the alert and you are the only interactive campaign in that particular informed delivery email for that day, you will be moved to the top, even if your piece of mail is in the middle of the stack. Great question. So I want to compare pre-COVID situation to current situation. Okay, so again, Direct Mail 2.0 statistics from the 6,300 campaigns that we've run through our system, which again is, you know, over 12% of the informed delivery campaigns that have been run. The average open rate that we've seen through our campaigns is 86%. Post office statistics are about 67%, as I shared before. Average click-through rate, again, through our data is 7 to 8%, okay? And their average click-through rate range is 4 to 11%. So that's pre-COVID statistics. Now, you guys are the first ones to see this data, so consider yourself very, very, very lucky and special. Direct Mail 2.0 has aggregated the data on informed delivery during the pandemic and the COVID-19 timeline. We ran reports from February 1st to May 15th on informed delivery, and the average click-through rate during that time for campaigns run was 10.59%, with the highest campaign click-through rate being over 26%. So if that doesn't tell you that mail and informed delivery is getting even more traction today than what it was before, I don't know what will. This is where people are at. This is where people are looking. They are looking at their informed delivery and they are taking action on it. That click-through rate proves action during this time frame, which is very exciting.
Erica, I have a commingling question. Should that wait to the end?
Commingling question for informed delivery. Yeah, let's address that at the end because
Okay.
that can get a little sticky. Okay. So I told you that I wanted to paint the picture for you on informed delivery versus email marketing. So an important thing to note is these emails are coming from the United States Post Office. They're not coming from the company that's sending the direct mail piece. Okay, and people are signed up for informed delivery. They're expecting their informed delivery. So when we look at the statistics on email marketing versus informed delivery, email gets an average open rate of 15 to 22%. With informed delivery, you're getting an average open rate of 67% to 86%. That's huge. That blows email marketing out of the water for open rates. Now, click-through rates on email marketing, if it's coming from the business, is about 0.1%. You are getting 4 to 11% click-through rate averages through informed delivery. So again, just another reason why your clients should be doing this. Even though it's only going to be approximately 16% of their mailing list that signed up with informed delivery, that 16% is experiencing so much traction on the informed delivery and those click-through offers. Why wouldn't you be doing this? It's crazy not to do it. And then tracking. So this is where I'm going to get into doing it yourself through Christine, through what Christine told you guys, or outsourcing it to an organization like Direct Mail 2.0. So when you do it yourself, you do have to log in to your portal and you have to go through each one of those steps manually for every single mailing that you do. You have to manually upload every single thing. And then once it's inside and it's all set up, once the reporting starts coming back, you have to manually download those reports, and then you have to configure them in a way where you can send them to your clients so that it makes sense to them, right? Because those reports come with a lot of data, okay? I can tell you that we were the first organization to implement interactive reporting with clients for informed delivery. And according to Deloitte Touche, we did it the best. So the pros of outsourcing this to an organization like Direct Mail 2.0 is, number one, you don't have to do it manually yourself, which it's not difficult, it's tedious and it's time consuming. It takes a lot of time to go through each one of those steps and build that campaign. And then once it's built, you're not done. You still have to pull down those reports and then configure them to send them to your clients. With Direct Mail 2.0, we do everything for you, okay? Everything that needs to be done with informed delivery, all you have to do is click a button that says, I want informed delivery in my campaign, and we handle the rest of it from the assets that you send over. So, and we offer this interactive reporting through our dashboard directly to your clients. So you don't have to configure any reports whatsoever. You just go into the dashboard and view the results and show them to your clients that way. And your clients log into their dashboard and can see the results. So they don't even need you. They can log in and see it. So that is the biggest pro to outsourcing versus doing it yourself. If you have the staff to do it, it is free through the post office if you want to attach informed delivery. That's a huge pro if you do it yourself. They are not charging for this yet, and I do stress yet. But in the future, they probably will charge for it. But right now they are not, so that's a huge pro if you want to do it yourself. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does cost you somebody's time. That it does cost you. If you outsource it, obviously there's a fee for an organization to do this for you. So you just have to weigh, the pros and cons, and you should, theoretically be charging your clients for this so that you can build your revenue streams for doing it.
Erica, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Is there a way to see how many people are signed up for informed delivery in a particular geographic area or by zip code?
Yes. So in the slide that I showed before, and I can back up once I'm done, that spreadsheet slide that I showed, you can go in there. That's always updating as users come on board. So you can see a region, and then you can open up that region and see all the way down to the individual areas. It's not done by zip code yet. But that resource is available, and Christine had posted the URL to it earlier. So if you get the slides, you can navigate to it that way and click on that map, and it will open up those Excel spreadsheets for you. Great question. Okay. So Deb asked me to share some informed delivery successes, and again, to hone in on, we care about today and the current market, and we want to really be careful about highlighting successes that were pre-COVID because we live in a different landscape right now, but we are experiencing successes pre-COVID and during COVID-19. Pre-COVID, there was an informed delivery campaign that went out that one of our partners did, and they received a donation. Their client received a donation directly through the informed delivery click-through of $5,000, and that donor had normally given $3,000 in the past. So that was a huge win. As far as during COVID-19 and post, there have been several successes that we've seen with just overall integrated campaigns with nonprofits. I wanted to do nonprofit versus nonprofit. With the One Direct Mail 2.0 campaign, they had received 151 responses, $10,447, and they did half of their mailing with Direct Mail 2.0 and the other half without it. The half without it, they only received 68 responses and $4,953. So you can see, and again, this campaign went out in March. So that was in the thick of it. And you can see how integrating the marketing with multiple impressions like informed delivery and the other impressions that they get through digital integration versus just doing the standalone mailer had an exponential increase on their overall response. Same thing with this other nonprofit shown below here, 6 days in, 160 leads, 2 weeks into the campaign, 910 leads, and then 4 weeks into the campaign, 1,227 leads. So again, that single mailer over the course of 4 weeks just compounded the results. So we are seeing successes both pre-COVID and during COVID. Now for some exciting stuff. What's next for informed delivery? What's coming down the pipeline? So right now, I want to focus on what's rolling out right now. So June 2020, which we're in June, will allow mailers to run interactive campaigns associated with packages and parcels with an informed delivery. So we're expecting this to roll out any time now, but having informed delivery in conjunction with packages is going to be huge, right? Because you can just attach that ride-along image to that package delivery and let people know that their package is being delivered. Reporting through informed visibility. This is a game changer. This actually did roll on, I believe, the 6th. And as far as Direct Mail 2.0 goes and what this means for us and what this means for you guys is, if you already have something set up with informed visibility or you're set up on informed visibility, instead of going into your portal and manually pulling down those informed delivery reports, those informed delivery reports, as far as open rate, delivery rate, open rate, click-through rate, are all going to be available with streamlined reporting through informed visibility. So if you are a mail service provider that already has your system hooked up to informed visibility, then you will be able to not have to manually pull down the reporting. You will still have to manually upload the campaigns, but pulling down the reports, you can do straight through informed visibility. Now, what this means for Direct Mail 2.0 and when you outsource are two different things. One is that the reports are not going to take a week. As of right now, we delayed the reports by a week because they're manually done. So it's going to be as real time as possible through that informed visibility. So it's going to be updated hourly instead of weekly, which is a huge update and really, really big for your clients because when they log in, they can see real-time reporting. In addition to that, that means that Direct Mail 2.0 can roll out its new feature, Informed Delivery Match. What Informed Delivery Match is or means is that the people that open the email and the people that click through on the ad, we are going to be able to tell you who those people are. Not just that they did, who those people are. Because we can match it back to the IMB code, which is matched back to the mailing list all in real time, and then let you know who those people are. You can let your clients know, and again, prove attribution without the need for a personalized URL, without the need for any of that, or for them to even convert on the website. Because we all know when they get to your website, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to convert. So you take those people who opened the Informed Delivery email, and more importantly, those people that clicked on your client's ad, and then you put them into a follow-up funnel so that you can continue to work them until they become a lead or a conversion. Huge, 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 okay? And then multiple physical addresses or PO boxes will give the users ability to have one Informed Delivery account that connects to their home address and their PO box. So people will be able to have those multiple physical addresses under their Informed Delivery and get it all in one shot. And then late 2020 peace level campaigns. I think this was a question that came up earlier in the chat, so that's why I wanted to hold on to it. This will enable business mailers to create a unique campaign for each outgoing package. It is my understanding that they are also connecting this to mail. So if you have variable data, or if you have, you're doing digital and you have different messages for different people all encompassed in one mailing, you will be able to specifically show a ride-along image that has to do with that particular mail piece as opposed to one particular message for the full Informed Delivery campaign. So you can get more into that micro-targeting and personalization of messages. So that is extremely beneficial because we all know that micro-targeting is what gets the highest responses. So we're very excited about that. So that's Informed Delivery, and I think now we can address the questions. If you guys do want a copy of the deck, of course, you can reach out to me. I am happy to get you a copy of it, get you a copy of the information that's in it. If you need any elaboration or clarification, happy to do it for you, so please reach out to me.
Thank you so much, Erica.
Now I'll take questions.
There's a lot of questions, as you could imagine.
Okay.
Maybe we could stop sharing the screen if you don't mind. And
Yep.
then I don't know if you want to scroll through too, and Christine as well. I want to get, I'm not sure if do you believe that question answered the commingling question from before? Is that what you were referring to? Because that's definitely one that we asked to stay till the end.
No, the commingling, I wanted to wait until after the presentation because commingling can get sticky.
Okay, I'm looking through it in the chat box, but there's
Okay.
questions, if you look at the newer questions, there's questions about the Informed Delivery data, and I'll find the commingling question in the meantime.
I have
Okay.
the commingling question right here. If you commingle a mail drop, how do you manage imaging if the common feature is just the size and mail class? And I think, Erica, you just answered that at the end with the new features coming out. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
The personalization, does the platform support unique URLs for each recipient, or does it also support unique images? Does it also support unique images for recipients?
So that is what's rolling out late 2020. That was the last point that I was going over on what's next on Informed Delivery. That's where that micro-targeting is going to be coming in, where you can select different images for different recipients. So it's coming.
How do clicks to the website show up in Google Analytics? Like, what's the line item?
So you can do what's called a UTM and you set that up through your Google Analytics, and that would be the URL that you would input into your informed delivery campaign that would specifically be identified. If you click this link, it's going to take you to this page within our website, but through your Google Analytics, you can see that came from informed delivery. It's called a UTM. And if you need help setting that up, you can reach out to me after the presentation. I can go through it with you.
Okay, I'm still scrolling. There was a question about flats, but I lost it. Flats versus not flat mail. Is that making any sense what I'm saying to you?
I actually answered one on flats to Fred, and I
Okay.
answered him privately, yes.
Okay, beautiful. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the questions again to make sure that everybody has gotten their things answered. We answered that, commingling. Okay, scrolling down. Yes, everybody will get the slides. Everyone's obviously saying thank you. Did you, I'm sorry, I was scrolling. Did you answer about the demographics about people signed up for informed delivery? They're available to people?
I did reply to, yeah, and go ahead, Erica. It's in the slide deck on that slide with the data.
It is. So we have 3 different slides that have to do with demographic information or geographic information. If you're asking about demographic information as far as age, income, all of that is concerned, there are some reports that are available, but we're waiting for the most recent update, which they haven't come out with yet. So once they come out with that, you know, Deb has a list of everybody that was on this webinar. We can send that updated stat to Deb and she can disseminate it to everybody.
Thanks so much. There's actually, I think we answered everybody's question at this point. I mean, we had 23 people in here, 85 stayed up until this point. I want to thank everybody so much for their time. Please, you know, connect with Erica Switzer on LinkedIn, connect with Christine J. Erna on LinkedIn, Deborah Korn on LinkedIn, sign up for news for the Printerverse. Please listen to podcasts from the Printerverse, and thank you all so much for joining us. Really appreciate you choosing to spend this time with us. We know Zoom time is precious, so thank you all so much.
Thank you. Really had a good
Absolutely.
time here this afternoon. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, Deb, I did get a question privately asking if the recording is going to be, where the recording is going to be available. Are you going to email that to everybody who's registered, or is that going to be posted somewhere?
Usually I just post it on my YouTube, but because it takes a minute to get it up there, but we can also include the link in the follow-up materials that you guys will send out. So as soon as I have the link, I'll send it to you and Christine, and you can follow up with the registrants with your information and the link as well. Thank you. If that's it, I'm going to end the webinar now. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye now.
Thank you. Bye.